I was born in Colorado in the United States. Being Cambodian, my background, there's a lot of internal conflict with being an artist. My parents fled the genocide in Cambodia, where close to probably just over 1 million people were killed. And many of those people killed were artists. So if you were in music, painting, dance, you were sought out and assassinated. I look back now and I see that internal conflict was always playing in the background, which was, yes, you may be talented, but watch out. Don't show too much. It was this almost ridiculous sense that if you showed your work too much and got too much praise, someone will get you. It's not a normal thing to have when you're growing up with a child. My parents wanted us to have a well-rounded life. So academics, creative pursuits, as well as nature. Those three were very important in our family growing up. I found that I had a talent for drawing, but more importantly, I was passionate about drawing for myself. I think being a creative in the world has meaning. There's a place for us. And that is what inspired me to go from illustration and drawing to saying, how do I take this drawing and make it into a design? My father was a hobby carpenter, and we would always sketch drawings of fences, fixes around the house, laying down deck planks, and that would help him build it. And I knew that if I could combine the drawing with the design and I could make a craft, that I could really express my creativity. And then I remember my mother always encouraging me to, harness it, so use your creativity, even though it may be a little scary. But I had those two sides, my father and my mother, and that inspired me to continue to do it. Michael Jordan had the biggest impression on me. I was 13, and I remember it was the NBA Finals that season where the Chicago Bulls were playing the Utah Jazz in their final game. My father had taken an overseas IT job. I was living in Singapore, and being in Singapore, the time difference is 12 hours, but I had to watch that game. I was super passionate about it. I stayed up all night until the morning, and I finally watched the finals. Jordan make that final shot.
6. Jordan, open, Chicago with
The day after, I went to the local basketball court to play, and I had a pair of Jordans on. These kids, they were amazing players, these Singaporeans, and they were just so impressed that I was this American kid wearing Jordans. They let me play, and ever since then, I play every day with these kids. Our lives are a series of steps. In my case, I believe it's a series of small steps. The miniature work that I do really emphasizes the importance of small, consistent steps and how we constantly overlook tiny improvements, which goes back to my past as a minority, as an Asian American. Little small victories are not celebrated. You're either successful or you're not. You're either the doctor or lawyer, or we don't want to know what you do. And I find that extremely deterring in one's life to say you are either this incredible success or you're a failure. And that's not how we improve. We actually improve through tiny, small steps done every day. My name is Christopher Pinn. I'm an artist and designer based in Queens, New York.